deliver versus forcing you to create? Like, what are the...
I'll never make another song again.
What makes you feel that? I love what you just said about delivering versus creating. I think that's phenomenal, and it's explained really well. What makes you feel like you're in alignment where you can deliver versus forcing you to create? Like, what are the things that...
Lack of thought.
Right.
Yeah, lack of thought. Those times where you get into that place where you're not thinking and you're just feeling, and like I said, just delivering. Like, I'm not even thinking about should I say this? Like, you get the inspiration and you just execute it. That's when you just enter that flow state, and it's just special, you know? But it's tricky, it's hard, especially like I said, as I got not even necessarily older, just more visibility. There's outside chatter now in my head, you know, what people are gonna think. I know that I'm not just releasing it to my friends anymore, like, you know, so it's become trickier to tune out everything. But yeah, man, just try to focus on the present moment. That's like the one thing that I learned this past year was really like, how do I slow down time? And I was like, okay, well, the way I slow down time is to slow down my thoughts. And the way I slow down my thoughts is to be present. You know, you notice if you're just mindless and you're making a sandwich, but you're thinking about, oh my God, what I need to do tomorrow, and all of a sudden 2 hours passes, right? But if you really think about, like, you know, you cutting the sandwich and what that's like, and you stepping on the grass and what your feet feel like, time moves really slow. You realize how slow time moves. So I just try to do that. I try to stay in the present, even in the studio. You know, I don't try to have my thoughts already be on when this comes out and this is going to be like this and how's it going to go. I'm just like, man, let me just like actually hear the music and feel the music and just operate from this place.
I love hearing you talk about this, man, because, you know, these are some of the principles that I'm constantly sharing in my work.
Yeah.
But hearing how it applies to a music artist in your career brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
Because it's practical, it's real. Like, you've got time pressures, you've got pressures from labels, collaborations, whatever it may be. Like, there are real life pressures. But when I hear you say that, and that's how you feel aligned, how did you get introduced to this work or this set of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets? Was it something that you had since you were a kid, or where did you start exploring with the idea of being present, experiencing, feeling, delivering?
The present moment is recent, because you know what? I felt almost like I didn't need to be present, I guess, when I was coming up, because there wasn't anything pulling me away from the present moment. I kind of only had the present moment, if that makes sense. It was just me and Boogus in the basement making songs, and that was it. There wasn't tours coming up and videos. You know, there was none of that. So, but as this past year and past couple years have been happening, I got into the Power of Now book and just sort of just the whole ideology around just being present, and started reading more into that whole theory. And I bought into it. A lot of this stuff, people don't realize that a lot of this stuff, like the teachings, the self-help stuff, you have to be open to receiving it, you know? And if you're not open to receiving it and you're not willing to buy into it, then I hear you, but God bless, you know? I can only tell people what works for me. But it worked for me, you know, being present.